welcome to the Boot Hill Sports Network College Pick'em Show. I'm Mark Manley. That's Johnny Grissom. That's the nature boy Josh Brown. And that is one and only Doug Edwards down there in the right-hand bottom corner, the man from Cooter. What's up, fellas?
Well,
what's going on, bud?
Last week.
Man, we got to apologize to our crowd out there running a little late today, man. You know, stuff happens. Mr. JB got caught in a traffic jam up there in Pennsylvania. None of us have to worry about that as we live in the rural areas.
It's all good.
All good in the hood. JB coaches a junior high football team. He was just telling us they won 14-12. So Congratulations on that, Josh.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. So big win for us. Good team we played and well-rounded football game. Defense was really good today, so very proud of my boys.
Good deal. All right, man. Hey, we got a big week in college football this week, man. A lot of good games on the schedule. Last week, we'll talk about the picks. Josh got 12 big points there, buddy. Nice job, Josh. He only lost one game. Tennessee Vols let him down. Johnny Grissom come in second place with a big 11 points. And then Mark came in third with 10 points. And Doug Edwards sucking hind tit there, buddy.
Hey, it's time to get serious now.
6 big points for Dougie Fresh. Hey, 6 minutes, Dougie. You're on. On.
Slick Rick is on the mic.
Slick Rick, baby. All right, guys. Let's start it off talking about the top 25. Really no surprises. Georgia at number 1, Michigan at 2, Texas at 3, Florida State at 4, USC at 5, Ohio State comes in at 6. Josh Brown's Penn State Nittany Lions in the whiteout this weekend comes in at number 7. Washington Huskies at 8, Notre Dame at 9, and Oregon at 10. I don't guess no surprises there, guys, right?
Yeah. Hey, Don't get them LSU Tigers up there at 12 now.
Hey, Mark. There yet. 10 at a time, baby.
I got something to
back in.
tell you. Last week, you was doing that cowbell, huh? Cowbell, huh? Let's go, LSU!
Let's go, Tigers!
Woo, man, I tell you what, I think a cowbell broke about 2 minutes into the ball game. LSU rode big, man. I tell you that. Hey, number 11 is the Utah Utes. And number 12 is your LSU Tigers. Number 13, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Oregon State Beavers, mine and Doug's Pac-12 team there at number 14. Because you know what? Nothing beats a clean beaver. Number 15 is Ole Miss, 16 Oklahoma, 17 the Tar Heels from North Carolina, followed by their rivalry, the Duke Blue Devils at 18. Deion and the Colorado Buffaloes at number 19. Miami at 20, Washington State at 21, UCLA at 22, and somehow the 23 team in the nation is the Tennessee Vols. I don't know about that one, fellas. Iowa comes in at 24. And then the Florida Gators at 25. How in the hell do you put Tennessee above Florida?
I don't know. We saw that game.
You can't. I mean, that's ridiculous that they make a decision like that. You know, it doesn't matter where you start, though. It's where you finish, right?
That is exactly right, man. All right. Speaking of starting, hey, the game's number 1 for the week on the schedule. We got Kentucky against Vanderbilt. Kentucky giving up 14 points. Over and under is 50.5. And I looked up a little bit of history here. This year, these two teams are almost identical. Kentucky scoring 36 points a game. Vandy scoring 34.8. Kentucky averaging 384 yards a game. Vandy averaging 400. Now, here's the big difference. Of course, Kentucky really hasn't played anybody. They played Akron, Eastern Kentucky, and Ball State. They're only giving up 15.5, and Vanderbilt is giving up 29.5. I think Kentucky wins, and they cover the spread maybe just by a nose hair there. So I'm going to take Kentucky and the 14, or even up to 14. What you got there, JB?
I agree with you. It's funny you said they averaging 36 points because that's what I have them winning by. I think they win. I think they cover, and I think they hit the over. I got them at 36-24.
What you got, Johnny?
My turn. I think Kentucky is gonna win. I'm gonna go with Vandy plus 14, and I'm gonna go over. I think it might be a little. I think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be a little close. I might be wrong, but
No, you may not be.
Vandy. I might be wrong, but
Yeah,
Kentucky hasn't played nobody. That's what I'm going with.
Nah, sure had.
I mean, you're playing
wrong.
you're playing your conference. Anybody can win your conference.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah, I believe you are wrong. I'm going with Kentucky, and I'm going with the over. There's not going to be a lot of defense. Kentucky going to win it by about 17-20.
All right, next one on our schedule, we got Auburn and Alabama. I'll tell you what, this ought to be a good one, man. I like A&M's offense, man. A&M's got a good offensive coach in Bobby Petrino, so I'm going to go with A&M. Even though Auburn's got that Peyton Thorne who's been looking good at quarterback, scrambling back there, but I'm going to go ahead and go with Texas A&M.
What you spread on that? Did you say?
7.5. A&M's giving up. Over and under is 53. What you got, JB?
Hey, I think there's no Auburn's going to win this game. I don't think that Texas A&M is going to do it. So I got the upset with Auburn, and I'm taking it at 35-27. So they barely hit the over, but they'll hit it. Or wait, yeah. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna go with Texas. Minus. I think they're gonna win. The over and under. I'm gonna go with the under. I'm gonna go with the under.
What? You sure?
Hey, what's
Defense,
going
baby.
on? Johnny goes with the under.
Hey, different week. I might get 2 points this week.
Well,
and they're gonna say I only got one.
That's right.
I got no faith in Jimbo or Bobby Petrino
I agree with you.
or any of them O's down there in Texas A&M. They always find a way to blow it. So I'm gonna go with Auburn. I can't do like Josh and call the outright win, but I think they're gonna keep it close, and it wouldn't surprise me if they do get the outright win.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna go over on the score also.
All right. Next one on the schedule is a ACC matchup, man. I'll tell you what, this is going to be a great game. Florida State at Clemson. Florida State is favored by 2.5. Over and under is 55. Man, I'll tell you what, I'm going to go with Florida State and give up that 2.5 because Clemson has just not impressed me offensive-wise. They haven't looked good. No, they're trying to rebound. Early in the year, I mean, what a classic matchup for the fourth game of the year in the ACC. It's already going to have some effect on the ACC title, man. Tell you what, between Florida State, Clemson, Duke, North Carolina, ACC is pretty tough this year, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go with the
Don't forget the
Seminoles.
Don't forget Miami.
Well, there you go. Miami's in there too. That's
I'd
correct.
like to forget them, but hey, they're back every year. Like a couple other teams out here.
That's true. They are every year. But yeah, I think Florida State wins this game. I think it's going to start out pretty close early, but then I think Florida State's going to pull away. I think they're going to win by at least 10. But it's not going to hit the over though.
I'm gonna go with Clemson. I think Travis banged up. The quarterback for Florida State, he's banged up, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Is he playing this week?
He'll play.
I'm gonna go with Clemson. I think it's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be close. Over and under. I'm gonna go under.
Whoa, man!
Damn.
In the water
Two
this
unders
week.
this week.
Yeah, that's 2.
Well, I think Florida State was looking ahead to this game last week and kind of overlooked Boston College. I think they're going to rebound real good this week, and I think they take out Clemson at the fake Death Valley. And I'm going to say the score goes. Johnny went under. I'm going over.
There you go. Man, what is going on here tonight? Johnny Grissom with 2 unders, and now Doug with an over. Hey, another big game on the schedule. The Ohio State Buckeyes against the Irish from Notre Dame. See what we got here. We got Ohio State favored by 3. Over and under is 54.5. This game is in South Bend. And I'll tell you why I like Notre Dame since Hartman came over. He's got that offense clicking. I'm going to go with Notre Dame. You can give me the 3, and I actually believe they're going to win by a touchdown or more, maybe 10 points. So go Irish, baby.
Yep. Touchdown Jesus is going to be in full effect there. I like Sam Hartman. Sam Hartman is for real. I'm taking Notre Dame. I'm going over, and I think it's going to be within a touchdown, but Notre Dame's going to pull this off.
I'm gonna go with the Irish too, because I sure don't like Ohio State. I mean, they're overrated every year. I'm gonna go. The Irish offense is hot. They score points. I'm gonna go over on that. There's your over.
There we go. The world is back to normal. All is well.
Oh no.
I got to go with them fighting Irish too. I just can't pull for the Ohio State, but I actually do think the Irish will pull this out. Being at home, it's a big game, early season. Give me the Irish and give me the over as well.
All right, so
it's gonna be a good game.
The Irish, yeah, that's a Big Ten matchup. Hey, Josh, speaking of Big Ten. We were talking before you came on air. We had a question. Is Utah going to the Big Ten?
I can see that happening. Yes.
Okay. I wasn't for sure where they're going to go. I know, Oregon State and Washington State's left out the hang right now and has no conference after next year.
I think a majority of your Pac-12 teams will end up going to the Big Ten just because traditionally, back with the Rose Bowl, it used to be Pac-12 versus Big Ten, so they're kind of used to each other. So I can see if they ever make a move, I could see that happening. Before
you got Stanford and another one going to the ACC.
Stanford and California.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nothing says ACC like California.
Man, you kidding? How about it?
Oh man!
I just don't see the ACC lasting long, really.
I see Clemson, Florida State eventually coming to SEC.
I agree.
Yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. All right, so the next one on the schedule, let me look at it, is Deion Sanders, Colorado Buffaloes against those Ducks from Oregon. Oregon favored by 21 in this one. Deion is going to have his guys excited about that one. You're 3-0 and you're 21-point dogs. Over and under is 71. A lot of points expected to be scored in this. I tell you what, Bo Nix is also in that Heisman race. He's got Oregon looking good on that offensive side. But I think Oregon's going to win. Colorado's defense is just not where it needs to be right now, but that offense definitely is good. So I'm not sure they're going to win by 21. But I am going to say that Oregon wins, and I'm going to say they do not cover the spread, though.
Yeah, I agree on that. I think Oregon wins, but they will not cover, and I guarantee there'll be 80 points put up in this game, and Oregon's going
Yeah.
to win. It'd be less than 10. I wouldn't be surprised if they win less than 10 points. It's not going to be 20, that's for sure.
I'm going with prime time with plus 21. I don't think Oregon can win that much. Look, Colorado haven't lost yet, and hey, they know how to win. I know last week they didn't look too good. I'm gonna go with Colorado for the upset. I mean, I know I'm crazy, but hey, anybody can win. And the over and under, I'm gonna go under.
Damn, that's
Hey,
3.
can you check your microphone, make sure it's working?
We need to check him for fever.
I'm going the opposite of all three of y'all in this game. Oregon, this is going to be the best offense and the best defense that Colorado has faced this year. They beat a TCU team that's not last year's TCU team.
Mm-hmm.
The Big 12 Conference is going to show that coming up. They beat Nebraska. I mean, come on, it's Nebraska. And they barely beat Colorado State. Should have lost that game. Colorado State kind of choked up on that one. But, yeah, this is going to be the best offense and defense that Colorado has faced. Hunter's out. They got beat up pretty good last week. And I just think Oregon is going to roll, and they're going to cover. But the score will go under because Colorado won't score 21, and Oregon's going to score about 45.
Ooh, that is a battle of ranked opponents as well, as Colorado is ranked 19, Oregon's number 10. The next matchup is also a battle of ranked teams, as you got number 11 Utah taking on number 22 UCLA. That game is in Utah. Utah is going to give up 4.5. The over and under is 51. I like the Utah Utes for sure. Cam's got his team. He's going to get that offense rolling. Back healthy now. So I'm going to take the Utes at home and give up the 4.5.
Well, I'm going to take Utah to win outright, but it's going to be within 3. I think it's going to be a 27-24, 27-26 game. It's going to be a field goal or less is what I think. So as far as the over-under, it's going to push. I think it'll probably be right at 51.
I'm gonna go with Utah. The minus 4.5. Both teams are good. The offense is good.
Mm-hmm.
The over and under. I'm gonna go over. I think both teams are gonna score.
I'm going with you, Johnny. I got Utah winning this one by probably double digits.
Wow.
They're tough to beat. They're tough to beat at home. They beat people up. I think Florida was a little better than everybody thought they were coming in. They handled Florida pretty good. Their defense is tough. They got the linemen. I got Utah taking this game at home fairly comfortably, and I got the under.
Wow. Fairly comfortable, huh?
Fairly.
Doug, you made some good points on those last 2 games, though, man. I can't disagree much with you at all. What you just said, though, bro. That's good picking.
Well, I hope it is better this week than it was last week. I've been doing my homework a little better this time.
Hey, he studied a little bit this week.
Attaboy.
All right, next one we got the number 12 LSU Tigers.
Woo, go Tigers.
Taking on those Hogs from Arkansas. LSU favored by a whopping 17.5. Over and under is 55.5. Guys, I tell you what, LSU put a whooping on my Mississippi State Bulldogs. Made me ashamed to ring that bell last week right here on this podcast. And I'll tell you what, if LSU continues to play like that, they might not lose another game this year, man. They steamroll, guys. But then saying that, I'm going to take LSU. I don't care. if they got 17 and a half, I think they win by 21 or more. So I have to get that LSU and cover the spread.
Yep, I agree. Before I go further, I was fixing my headphones. I want to point out that's not a Boston Red Sox hat. That's Belfont. Just want to make that clear.
State champs. State champ Belfont.
State champion Belfont. So, but yeah, I agree, Mark. I think LSU, they win, they cover, and hit the over, and they're going to win by at least 20. I think it'll be like a 42-20 game. As Coach O would say, go Tigers.
I agree with you. I agree. I think the way LSU played last week, they look good. I think they're going to cover the spread and the over and under. Oh, man. I guess I'm going to go over on that one. Hopefully Arkansas won't score much. I mean, hopefully LSU beat them 50-0. I don't know.
Pound it, baby.
Well, I'm 0 for 2 this year betting on LSU. I've missed them both. But, yeah, I'm going to go with them. I think they cover the spread, and I think they go over. And I think they're kind of what a lot of people thought they were at the beginning of the year. You know, let's throw that first game out. They didn't look prepared to come out of halftime. I don't know if they came out of halftime in that game, but I think they got things clicking now. And that offense is hard to stop. The defense showed me a little signs of life last week too. They got a little more physical, and we're in the SEC play now. Yeah, LSU's gonna roll.
Yep.
Yeah, I think Arkansas, both running backs are hurt actually too. So I don't think they're gonna stand a chance, man. They're about a one-man show anyway with KJ Jefferson, quarterback.
Yeah, he's not a real passing threat.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right, next one on the schedule is a Pac-12 matchup between the number 14 Oregon State Beavers and the Washington State Cougars. Washington State is currently ranked number 21. Both teams coming in at 3-0. Oregon State's going to give up 3 points. Over and under is 56. I like Oregon State, man. Done a great job out there. They got the DJ, however you pronounce his last name, a quarterback that came from Clemson. He's doing a great job out there. Beavers' offense is clicking. I'm going to go with the Beavers, and I'll give up the 3 and say they cover that.
Well, I tell you what, we say ain't nothing nicer than a nice good beaver, but I'm gonna tell you what else is real nice too is a hot cougar. So I'm taking the Washington State Cougars. I think they're going to upset Oregon State, and it's going to be, 35-30 type game. It's going to be a close. It's going to be a fist fight, but I think Washington State pulls this one out.
Oh, man, that's a tough one. Like you say, everybody likes that beaver. I'm gonna go with you, Josh. I'm gonna go with the upset. Washington State. You changed my mind. I think Washington State's gonna upset them. Playing home, you should be winning when you play home. I'm gonna go over on that game.
Now you watch Saturday, John's gonna be like, "Damn it, Josh, I ain't listening to you no more."
He gonna text you during the game.
You changed my mind a little bit.
Yeah.
I was going with that beaver, but I don't know, man.
Hey, nothing beats a clean beaver.
That's right.
Hey, I like the cougar reference there too. Though. That was
That's
good.
good.
Yeah, this is they're calling this the nomad game because both of these teams have no conference. They've just been left out in the wasteland of what was the Pac-12 next year. I don't know if they're going to go to Mountain West or where they may land, but I'm going to have to stick with Oregon State. They brought me some pretty good luck so far this year, and I'm not going to abandon them now. I'm going to say they go on the road, get a big win, cover, and it's going to be close. I do believe it's going to be close, and I'm going to go over with the 56.
I know. All right, hey, I got to tell you a funny story too. There's a little dive bar outside of Busch Stadium there called the Angry Bird, and their T-shirts says say wood, eat more beaver, or some shit like that. Man, it's great, man. It's a good little dive bar, man. If you ever get a chance, you go to Busch Stadium, check it out, man. All right, so the next one on the schedule is a Big Ten matchup. Josh's Penn State Nittany Lions, number 7, going against the Iowa Hawkeyes. Penn State
Wide
giving
out,
up
wide out.
14 and a half. Over and under is 40.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to take Penn State. I'm going to say they cover Iowa. I don't know if they're going to be able to score a lot. You know, Penn State is I'll tell you what, Coach Strange, Franklin, I love him. I lived in Nashville when he was up at Vanderbilt. And he would come on the sports radio in the morning, like one day a week. They have press conference with him or whatever, just interview him. And he would motivate me on my way to work. I said, man, if this guy can motivate a 40-year-old man, think what he can do for his players, man. And I just like him. I think it's the whiteout game at Penn State. And Josh has had the privilege of being at one of those, man. I couldn't imagine. But anyway, I'm going to go Penn State, and I'm going to say they cover.
Yeah, I can tell you one of my favorite whiteout games was when they played Iowa in the pouring rain. It was awesome. Penn State ended up losing that game, in fact, on a block punt by Adrian Claiborne. I'll never forget. But Iowa coming in town, they usually always play Penn State tough. It's going to be a very close game up until halftime. But after that, Penn State's going to pull away in the second half. I mean, Penn State's only given up 2 sacks all year, so they've been protecting Drew Allar all year long. And as far as like the over-under is concerned, shit, Penn State's going to put up 40 themselves. It's going to be a 40-21 game, and Penn State's going to pull it out. So
I'm gonna go with Penn State too. I think they're gonna cover. Hawkeyes, I don't think they can score. I think Penn State's too strong for them. The offense is too. I don't think the Hawkeyes defense is gonna stop Penn State. Over and under. I'm gonna go over. I mean, I think like Penn State's gonna score a lot of points.
Yep.
On Hawkeyes.
Yep.
What did you say, 13 and a half or 14 and a half on this one?
I think it was 14. Yeah.
14 and a half? Okay.
Yeah.
I had
Here we go.
I had 13 down here. Yeah, I'm going to have to go off to y'all. I'm going to go with Iowa to cover, but not to win the game. It's going to be a physical game right here. Iowa has shown the ability to score a little bit better this year. You know, I mean, competition, yes, but I'm going to say the over for sure. But I got Penn State winning, but not covering. So I'm going with Iowa.
Wow.
White out.
You talk about Iowa scoring. I think he's got somewhere in his contract.
Yeah.
He gets like a
He
bonus.
scores over 24 or 25 points.
25 points a game,
points.
I believe he has.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's 20-something. He gets like a $25,000 bonus or something.
I think it's
They doing a little
25.
better.
Hey, now that's motivation right there, man.
That'll make you run it up on a team.
Yeah, sure will. No mercy.
Man, you ain't kidding.
Man, I would love to have a $25,000 bonus. I don't know about you guys.
Oh, yeah.
That would be nice. Hey, all right before we get to the wild card, we got a big SEC matchup. The Ole Miss Rebels
Here
and
comes
the
the prop.
Alabama Crimson Tide, baby.
Where's the prop at?
Alabama favored by 7 points. Over and under is 57. The Lane train is going to roll in Alabama, baby. I got a buddy of mine came through tonight, baby. Hotty toddy, baby. Woo! Go Ole Miss, baby. Ole Miss Rebel football is going to beat Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide.
It's going to be a good game, and hotty toddy, gosh almighty. Yeah, I agree. I think Ole Miss is going to go down in Tuscaloosa and beat them. It's going to be a very close game, but I got I agree. Lane Train coming through.
What's your over under?
Oh, sorry. Yes. I'm going to take the under on that.
Under. Woo.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with the Rebels. I think that's what they call them. Used to call them Rebels. I can't go with Alabama. You know, LSU fans don't like them too much. I think Ole Miss is gonna cover. Alabama might go to their fourth string quarterback. Might maybe go to the punter to play the quarterback. I don't know. The over and under. I'm gonna go over. I think Ole Miss gonna whoop their ass.
Look, it's like this. Common sense would tell you, from what we've seen so far, to pick Ole Miss. But what does Vegas know that we don't? Why is Alabama favored by 7 points? Now, I can see favored by 2.5, 3 points, maybe being on a home field, but favored by a full touchdown. Is that just the Saban effect, or what is it?
I think they bringing McElroy back.
I mean, they must be doing something.
Coming out of the booth. They better get
Vegas
Jalen
knows
Hurts.
something that we don't know. So I'm gonna have to go with Vegas, and I'm gonna say Alabama pulls this thing out. And now I kind of like to see. I don't like either team, but I'd like to see if Ole Miss wins. That's going to set up a huge matchup between LSU and Ole Miss down in Oxford next Saturday.
Yes, it is.
But and that would be big for us to get that win right there on the road against a Ole Miss team that would jump in the rankings some. But I just, for some reason, I'm gonna go with Alabama. I'm gonna say they find a way at home to take care of business this time, and they're gonna cover. I don't know what was the over under.
57, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, 57.
57. 57. We're going to under on that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know.
Lane train gets derailed, and then again next week.
Hey, Alabama's in disarray at quarterback. I know they had some things to work out there. So we shall see who quarterbacks for Bama.
Milroe is named right now as a starter.
Yeah, I knew that they had talked about bringing him back. And what a fiasco that was last week, man.
Yeah.
If that Alabama team shows up, they will get thrashed.
That was bad.
That was,
They will
that
get
was real bad.
smashed by the Lane Train and Quinshawn Judkins, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, right there, you got to watch that guy too, man. That's a bad boy for Ole Miss.
Dart's been playing well too.
Yes, Jackson Dart is good, man.
He's one of the top 2-3 quarterbacks in the league right now.
Yeah.
Yep. You're right.
I read an article. I read an article before the season ever started. It was talking about SEC quarterbacks, and one guy said that Ole Miss could possibly have the best quarterback in SEC this year, and that might be the case, man. You never know.
He's running 2 or 3 for sure.
Yeah. For sure.
I don't see how you put anybody above Daniels the way he's running the last couple of weeks.
Right now, yeah.
But Daniels has 1 loss.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. Ole Miss has 0 losses.
Ole Miss has also played 0 ranked opponents.
All right, guys. Before we get to the wild card, I got to give a shout out to my Missouri Tigers who got a big win over Kansas State. Woo! Hey, I hate Kansas State just as much as I hate Kansas, and that's going to lead me right up to my wild card game, baby. BYU is getting 9 points against Kansas. I'm going to take BYU. Give me my 9 points, baby. Go Cougars, as Josh said. Hey, baby, we like them Cougars too.
Yeah, ain't nothing like a hot cougar.
Hold up. Over or under? You said we got to hit them both on the wild card.
Oh,
Give
over and under. What you got?
Huh?
I don't have the over and under written down. I just thought they were catching 9. I was like, man, that's a good one.
Yeah, okay.
Google it.
Y'all go ahead. I'll find out.
All right.
Well, if I'm looking at my stuff correctly, Mark wearing his Mizzou shirt, and I had faith in Mizzou last week, and I picked them for the upset with the big 61-yard field goal. So I'm sticking with the Mizzou Tigers and facing Memphis, but I think Memphis is going to upset Mizzou this weekend, and
Whoa.
I'm taking Memphis. Mizzou is -7, and if I checked it correctly, it was at 54.5. I think it's going to be. I will go ahead and take the over. I think both of them put points up on the board, but I think Memphis is going to pull this out and pull off the upset.
Woo.
And I still call them Memphis State.
All
There
right.
you go. That's right, baby. The Memphis State.
That's right.
I'm gonna go Big Ten this week again. Wisconsin versus Purdue. Wisconsin's favored by 5.5. The over and under is 53.5. Wisconsin got that new coach. They got that new offense. They're trying to work with that, and it's going to take time. But I'm going to take Wisconsin to cover, and I'm going to go under on that game.
Man, you got a lot of unders this week.
Hey,
That's
Doug.
gonna last you the whole season.
Maybe.
Hey, Doug, before you go real quick, Mark, I looked up DraftKings and BYU Kansas has it at 54.5.
54.5. I'm going to go under on that, Dougie.
Under. Just trying to keep you honest there. All right, my wild card game is the Army Black Knights going.
I was
to
gonna
the
take that.
Syracuse Orange. We got a battle of the colors here, black versus orange, and the Army is what I've got is they're getting 13.5. The site that I looked up, and the over under 51.5. Army. I watched them last week against Texas San Antonio. They look pretty good. They're a physical team. They can run the ball, and they will throw the. Unlike Navy, they'll throw the ball when they have to. And that quarterback looked pretty good at San Antonio. I think they're going to go in here, and I not only think they cover, I think they're going to win outright at Syracuse. I'm calling for the upset. I'm saying they got the wrong team favored. And we get the Army Black Knights October 21st in Baton Rouge. So I got to pull for Army, so I'm going Army to cover. Or to cover and to win outright, and I'm going the over 51.5.
I was going to take that game, and I agree 100%. I agree.
And what you had?
I think Army is going to go in and beat Syracuse. Absolutely right.
I think they may beat them outright. Yeah.
Yep.
Where's that game at?
It's at Syracuse.
Yeah.
They still playing the Dome.
Carrier Dome.
Yeah, Carry Dome. Man, that's a big place.
Weather won't be a factor.
Nope.
There you go. Hey, it won't be a factor in St. Louis either as Mizzou and Memphis.
Right.
Game that I'm going to, Joshua. So be looking for my sign because
I'm
as
going to be hearing it.
old Missouri boy that plays for Memphis now named Tusky Dove, my sign's going to say, after today, Tusky, when doves cry. That's what he's going to say. You'll be crying boo-hoo-hoo all the way back to Memphis. Get on 55 and head south, baby.
That's
Go
right.
Mizzou, baby. M-I-Z.
You know Brady's listed as day-to-day right now.
That's right, but he practiced today.
Yeah, I think he'll play, but and Sam Horn, he'll be ready to come in.
Yeah, Horn's got a good
He'll do
arm
it.
on him. He can't run like Brady O.
No. Memphis defense
right.
got exposed a little bit last week.
Yeah, Navy should have beat him.
Navy should have beat them. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, guys, man, I appreciate it. This is Mark Manley. That is Johnny Grissom, the Nature Boy, Josh Brown, and Doug Edwards. Until next week, this is it for the Boot Hill Sports Network College Pick'em Show. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you next week.